Welcome back to the Winged Badger Tavern, where friends tell stories.
Yay.
I'm Josh, and tonight I'm joined by some of my friends for episode 20 of the Winged Badger Tavern. Campaign 3, The Glittering Canvas. Friends, why don't you introduce yourselves? We're going to start over there.
With me?
We're not your only friends. You have others.
Well, Jake.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, shame about Jake.
Yeah, shame that he died.
Hello, I'm Trevor. I am playing Astrodon, a Tier 3 Lucky Explorer who works for a living.
Hello, I am Cleo, playing Jacqueline. Jet-assisted quantum learning interstellar engine.
Navigation engine.
Darn it.
Almost 2 for 3 or 3 for 3.
Who's also an AI who's naive and entertains, I guess. And some other stuff from Tier 3.
What's up, guys? I'm Tyler. I play Ronan Voss. I'm a Tier 2 explorer who is a little tongue-tied, and I also sailed beneath the Jolly Roger.
You're Tier 3.
I'm Tier 3. I'm a Tier 3 explorer who sailed beneath the Jolly Roger. And I'm tongue-tied.
Made sense, made sense.
Keeping the energy up. I'm Mike. I play Mark Buddy, a Tier 3 clumsy adept who talks to the system. I knew you'd like that.
I'm trying your
Can we count
exercise.
down to like 5 and then we'll all add and like get our vocal?
And I'm Josh, the Winged Badger Game Master. I'm dressed as Captain Jake Gamma, but tonight I'll also be playing everybody else.
Whoa.
And on that note, with our introductions out of the way, we're going to jump very quickly back into our adventure here because things are finally happening. As the dropship ramps up to full speed, Ronan Voss piloting the dropship out on what has been purported to be a training mission, but is in fact a somewhat stealthy attempt to pinpoint the location of maybe other life in this quadrant of the universe. We think maybe there are other humans out here who are kind of probing the systems on your ship, and we don't know what's going on with that. So anyway, we're out here trying to figure it out. We just out here looking. And as the dropship kind of hums to life, the engine's doing that sort of gentle, once they're spun up, the engines just kind of like hum almost. There's no like real shaking or ricochet, especially out here in like deep space. It's like there's not that much gravity to like fight with or anything like that. And so Ronan deftly pilots you around asteroids and through sort of glowing patches of light rays that have been diffracted through the ice rings of this large planet. There's a sort of magenta tinge to the light here, perhaps some unexplained like radiation or something along the line kind of filtering out some of the other wavelengths of light and leaving you with just that redder end of the spectrum there. As you navigate closer to the center of this area, we really come down to like, it's sort of on Ronan's whim where we explore. Ronan and Jackie are the two who are kind of handling the piloting and the sensors and things. And so with that in mind, I would like a D12 roll from Ronan Voss.
Well, that's a new one. All right.
What's the energy like in the back of the dropship?
Tense.
Remember, Mark, keep your head back when we like accelerate, because you don't want to bang your head against things.
Turn up in 300 feet.
Turn up?
I got a 9.
Use your mic though, bud.
Oh, I got a 9.
You got a 9.
No.
I didn't think that was cute. You like
As Ronan curves the dropship in a mild slingshot maneuver around one of the larger chunks of rock, yeah, you all feel the G-forces a little bit. You get it's like a mild amount of nausea as kind of everything in your body, like your organs and stuff, sort of displace before he rockets away from there, kind of taking advantage of it to like just. I mean, this is the straight of the drag race, right? Like you're just flying now.
Yep.
As he zooms past, Jackie, you begin taking little sensor readings, following the instructions of Dean and Mark's thoughts on like counter intrusion. You're not sending any pulses out. You're only trying to read passive information of what's coming into the ship. Yes, exactly. The little bunny has a hand to her ear, the little avatar hologram. And you begin reading just impossible readings. Radiation readings that don't make sense because they're registering on your visible light spectrum. And just everything is weird. It doesn't make any sense that what you're reading. It could be something being something uncalibrated, or it could be that there's corrupt data, or it could be that just something around you is unexplained. You might be in the presence of something that doesn't make sense to measure, or that we've not encountered enough to measure. So that's the circumstance we find ourselves in. Even as you begin processing, well, you operate on a scale of nanoseconds. You probably got an action or two here before I make Ronan figure out where we go next, even at full speed. What do you want to do?
I would like to roll to diagnose the sensors.
Sure. The sensors that were installed this morning and calibrated.
You know what? No, I calibrated them. I know they're right. So instead, I'm going to I'll just start analyzing the data.
Okay.
If something's not right. That's an 18 on the die.
That's a
Let's go.
nice roll. 18 on the die. Jacqueline, you begin sifting through the data, and it becomes clear to you pretty quickly that what's happening is you are picking up echoes of something emissive. So it's not like sometimes, for example, if you're listening for sound, you might pick up sound reflecting off of a planetoid near you or something like that. In this case, you're listening for like everything that your instruments are able to listen for. And what you've picked up here is like a reflection of it's certainly not binary. This is something in the quantum realm, but like a reflection of a quantum state. So you know when you observe something that is quantum entangled, it only looks one way because it can only be observed in one state, even if it's constantly in flux. This is like you're catching the echo of a constant quantum state of something. Like it's still in flux because you're not observing it, but something was recently observed, or was recently, like a quantum thing recently took physical root here or near here. And because the ship is moving so quickly, the readings are off the charts and all strange because you're passing through echoes of whatever this thing was as Ronan is just rocketing forward on the dropship.
All right, might try isolating one of the echoes to try to get an idea of what this might have been. I'm also just kind of like feeding process data to Mark's HUD.
Sure.
It's just like.
Do you want to involve yourself, Mark, or are you just sitting along for the ride? What's your vibe?
I think I'm just kind of taking in the G forces right now, but I'll definitely take a peek at it. But I'll let it sit for just a second.
Okay. So then it's still just you rolling.
Okay. I might use effort.
Yeah, use that effort.
I'm gonna use 2 effort.
You know what, Jackie? You see enough of the data here that I'll give you the difficulty.
Ooh.
This is a level 9.
I'm gonna use 3 effort.
Oh, do it,
And would this count as decryption?
I think no. This isn't you decrypting a signal that exists. This is you trying to identify something. Like it's not hidden or masked in any way. You just don't know what you're looking at.
Yeah.
Like a person who's never seen a bear and sees a bear doesn't have to decrypt bear into something else. They're just like, what is that in front of me? You know what I mean? They're two different skill sets.
Okay.
You're like, oh, look how cute that dog is.
Encrypted Bear is my rap name.
There.
Whoa.
I'm assuming this is my last action before something happens.
It is.
Can I?
I don't like that.
Ronan, you probably see like just a readout of what Jackie's
know what?
processing, so you don't have to like do anything with it, but you see like
Okay, so can I activate an ability to help her out in this situation?
yeah, I guess you can.
It's called Foil Danger. You negate one source of potential danger related to one creature or object that you are aware of. Oh, I guess we're not aware of it though. Oh, I guess no, we are. I guess technically we're aware.
You're aware
of
of the
things.
thing, but you don't know that it poses. Like, I don't think you would feel in danger by this. You're just picking up weird readings.
Okay, that's, you know what? Then we'll hold off.
I'm gonna
Sorry.
overclock.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. All right. Jackie's overclocking. She's going hard.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do anticipation.
Okay.
So for that overclock, the first one, I'm gonna just do 2 actions. I'm gonna try to anticipate what's gonna happen here. Essentially, I'm running simulations in the background, while I'm also then going to try to figure out what this is. So I'm running simulations with the data I've acquired, trying to figure out, like, okay, maybe it's this, and this. Well, I'm also analyzing the raw data as it's coming in versus the data I've collected.
100%.
And which techno garble can I just vomit? I'm gonna spend an XP on that one.
Dang.
I think that's your first XP spend of this of today's gameplay, though. That's pretty good for you.
Well, no, I spent 3 XP.
I mean, on a reroll.
Yes, on a reroll, yes. I'm trying my best. Okay, I think we can work with this. Okay.
Oh.
Alright, anticipation. That gives me an asset. We have,
3 levels of effort.
this counts as perception, right?
Sure.
So it's a skill that I'm trained in. 3 levels of effort. So that's 5 levels right there.
Okay, so that's taking it from a 9 to a 4 with a target roll of 12.
And I rolled a 14.
Hey,
Hey.
let's go.
Yes.
Have you ever seen those three-dimensional illusions where it looks like nothing and then you kind of like turn it and it
Yep.
like takes shape and it looks like a thing? So you're looking at all of these weird, they are like echoes or after images or something, some kind of like quantum traces, basically, for lack of a better phrase. And you're like, they're all like interfering with each other. What if and you rotate the model of data so that instead of being data overlaid as you're looking at it from the dropship, which is like looking towards the center of the system, you rotate it so it's more like a top-down map of the system, like the different things as you're interacting with them, and suddenly they begin to take shape. They are threads of a quantum nature that stretch from each individual rock or asteroid stretching towards the center of the system. You haven't made it to the center of the system, so you can't guarantee that they all converge, but it sure seems like it based on the angles of them. They are not identical to, but they are awfully similar to the kinds of quantum threads that you recently observed connecting a highly intelligent cosmic being to the stars that fueled it as power sources.
Doesn't sound familiar, about to say. Wouldn't be surprised if connected to the star.
These ones, however, appear inert. They are after echoes.
Interesting.
Ronan, why don't you roll me a d12?
Another one.
Another one makes the dose.
All right, this time we got a 6.
A 6. As Ronan brings the ship in closer towards the center, maybe not directly towards the center, but you're kind of moving, deeper in amongst the interesting things. You pass over one of the ice rings that surround this system, and with the light kind of reflecting off the bottom of it and kind of casting a glare on your dropship's viewport, because you have told me you opened your screens back up, so there's just a minimal HUD and the actual windows. It's like a glare being cast by the ice, and then the glare kind of fades away as you pass out from the influence of the ice ring. The dropship's on the other side of it, and you see that some of the rocks, especially the ones really close to the rings here, have these really intricate, like crystalline structures on them. These weird formations that are growing. They feel very organic. It's not like someone has cut or carved these. It's like they almost look like strange little like hairs or like blades of grass or like vegetation, except that they're crystalline, and they're all, no matter the orientation of the asteroid, they all appear to be stretching towards the center of the system. And in fact, you realize once you take that detail in, you notice that none of the asteroids are moving. In general, when you encounter asteroids in space, they exist because a bigger rock hit a different bigger rock and they broke, which means that they have momentum. They should be moving in some way. When you encounter an asteroid field, it means lots of broken bits have come into the sphere of influence of a bigger rock, and its gravity is keeping them nearby, and they start to spin or revolve gently, but there should be some motion. These appear frozen in place, suspended, as your dropship moves past, even as you take advantage of whatever gravitational, slingshot and stuff you can get from them, which behaves normally, by the way. This is not like what it was with SGH.
Yeah.
But as you pass by, they seem like rock solid in place.
I thought that was just lazy animation on your part when I looked at that. I was like, those ain't moving like it at all. Son of a bitch. He worked it in.
Interesting. All right.
The question is, which came first, the glitch or the clue? No, I'm kidding. We can talk about that in Tavern Talk.
Yeah.
We have some interesting visuals.
How's it going up there, gang?
I feel like I should be asking you that. Are you okay?
We're doing great back here.
Things are going pretty well back here. Mark looks a little bit green.
Happy. I had thought that the belt would have prepared me a little bit more for this much momentum.
Mark, you should have a bag under your seat if you need.
I know where the bag is.
okay. We just make
I used it last time.
All right, good.
I vomited several times after our mission. I think I remember vomiting and where to put it.
We're good.
We just don't want any floating bits.
That's
little
probably why.
we
That's
don't
probably why
want-
we have multiple in here now.
A little HUD display of like how to use it pops up at the bottom of your display.
Thank you, Jackie.
Welcome.
I didn't really look at this report or whatever, the sensor stuff you sent me. What are we looking at?
It seems that these rocks aren't moving, and from what Jackie's showing me on this HUD, is almost like they're connected but not connected. Jack, you might want to explain that better.
Well, it seems that they might be a part of the whole quantum echo that we seem to be traveling through, similar to the structure that we had encountered previously, except perhaps this one is, a good way to describe it is inert. There's less activity, and there doesn't seem to be anything going on. Like I said, we are traveling through its echo. Also, the rocks have weird hairy things that grow out towards the sun, and the rocks don't move.
Ronan, why don't you roll a d12?
What she said. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you...
What?
I know what you're doing.
What am I doing?
Every roll is a different quantum state as we're traveling through it.
Is it? Could it be?
So I hope you all know that for the longest time this thing spun on a 1, and I was watching the 1, and it finally hit the sidewall, flipped over to an 11.
11.
So
That's good.
That's 2 ones, yeah.
that's 2 of them. I promise it wasn't 2 ones spinning. It was definitely just the 1.
Wow.
And then smacked this and then flipped. So I was like, oh,
Let's see what
saw it.
baloney that gets us.
yeah, it might not even be good.
We try time travel.
Level 11 enemy drops from
He's
space.
pushing buttons.
Cthulhu.
The ship
level 11.
begins shuddering and shaking as you round another corner, kind of aiming deeper into the system, and you find yourself following along like a line or a string of plasma. And the plasma is hot enough that it's starting to create turbulence in the void of space. And so as you fly past it, there's just this weird superheated tendril of plasma. It's just one little bit of it that's kind of suspended in space here. It does stretch out, perhaps as you might have imagined, towards the center of the system a little bit. And as you hit this one and it, starts to tremble the ship in the back, Talia looks out the viewport and goes, "There are more of them. Look, there's some over there too." And it's there are several of these little floating wisps of plasma or of some kind of superheated liquid.
Do we want to park for a second?
No,
Do
I'm
we
just
see the
thinking
rocks?
that Ronan's
Yeah, there's
gonna-
still rocks and
Ronan's
stuff.
gonna slow the
There.
ship down at this point and kind of go.
I mean, there's less of the
idle.
crystals as you leave the ice ring, but as you approach the next ice ring, there's more of them.
Jackie, I think we should, maybe slow down a little bit and see what's going on here.
You're the pilot.
Yep, that's what we're gonna do. Any sort of turbulence can mean anything. So,
Especially in space.
Anything could mean anything.
anything could mean anything. He's not good with his inability for social situations.
It's okay.
Same.
Oh my god.
I think this is where we take a time to, I guess, I guess Jackie would do some extra scanning thing or see if it's even safe.
Well, we don't want to send out a signal.
I'm
that's
running
right.
some scans.
As you slow down, the influence of the plasma on the ship is lessened, so it's not quite as like juddery shaky. There's still a little bit of you're having to kind of correct as the sort of radiate, like the off gassing
Feels
almost
like
is
I'm
like
just on the
buffeting you a little
seas.
bit. Yeah, exactly. It's a little bit of like sea correction, but you slow down enough that you don't really leave this region to go. There's no other features of interest that you're going to encounter, so you don't need to worry about being in rounds so much at the moment. You can kind of here's where we are. We can start to decide what to do.
Yeah.
Are the rocks with crystals behind us?
There are some behind you and some ahead of you.
I'm going to look back at our travel data and see what path we took in relation to the bodies around us. I want to know, are we even near a celestial body, a planet?
You are moving deeper into a cloud of rocks, basically, like an asteroid
Right.
field of some kind. And although it's too dense to see the whole way to the center, the layout of the rocks and such suggests that they ought to be orbiting something denser. Like the edge, when the Spirit of Inquiry arrived, it's rounded, and the
Right.
rings are round. So it seems as though there is some central point that, everything is kind of organized around here.
Would you say we've traveled from different layers of the ring, from crystals to plasma?
No, so the plasma is stretching away like the quantum echoes.
Yeah.
Plasma is stretching towards the center. The rings are rings, they go around.
Well, sure. I
Yeah.
just meant fields.
Oh, no, not really. The ice crystals appear near the rings. So if you go the further away from the ring you get, the less of those weird crystals you see
So it's-
growing on the other rocks.
Is it ring, space, then another ring, or is it only one set of rings around the outside? Is there another set in within the field?
Or is it one big ring?
There are 4 large rings.
Okay.
They look an awful lot like the backdrop behind me. Although I know from this point of view it's harder to get that kind of detail, but
It's okay. All right.
I almost want to as the pilot, I don't want to keep going straight towards the center, but I almost want to kind of I want to get closer. I think it's smart that we check this out, but I think we go at it maybe rotating, maybe going a zigzag function, if anything, because rotating is probably going to take us too long to go all the way around.
should
will
we
assist
check
you.
to see what the composition of these stones are? I mean, it wouldn't take us very much to, land nearby on one of them and just, Mark and Astro and I pop out really quick and take a sample.
Would it be a bad
A
idea?
core sample?
I don't trust touching anything here quite yet.
It doesn't seem like there's any, I mean, you don't see any vegetation, right? So it doesn't seem
I
like
might
there's
see
any of
some
the
hair-like
dangerous.
structures.
DM, would the ship have anything on it, maybe extended arms or something that I could put it in motion to touch something with the ship? Maybe not with
Do we have the mech
a
arm
grapple
things?
gun, arm or something to be able to touch.
It'd be really cool if Ronan had thought to make sure the gang installed one earlier. That would be you kind of
That'd be
intruding
really
on the
cool to
story a
spend
little
an
bit.
XP on
Yeah.
it, is what he's saying.
Don't have an XP.
Well,
That'd be really unfortunate.
it'd be really unfortunate if you didn't have an XP, wouldn't it?
Never mind.
Right.
You guys are running out of XP. Maybe I need to be intruding on my own.
Anyway, so what's the
You've done enough.
I can go.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Astro,
We require a volunteer.
are you up for this?
Yeah.
All right.
Can I just quickly, before he does that, make an insight check to see if I can use my incredible intellect that is not available to Michael but to Mark to see if he can gather what's going on? at any sort of come up with an idea of what the fuck is going on in this section.
I would be happy to let you use your intellect, but you will need to be a little more specific in what you want to use it for.
I want to.
You can't just tell me solve the puzzle.
I want to understand these things. I don't know.
Would you like to?
know.
Would Mark like to try and intuit more about the rocks, the crystals,
Mark
the
would-
ice rings, the layout of the astro? You know, like what's an element of the puzzle Mark might study?
I think Mark would like to understand and comprehend why everything is reaching towards the center
Cool.
of this.
I rolled a nat 20 on solve the puzzle.
You tell me I'm tired of puzzles right now.
Every time I provide that fundamental element of tabletop role-playing games, Mike looks a little more dead inside.
I'm not. Michael isn't smart enough for this, but Mark is an incredible, data man who's been in space for a long time.
This is great. Let's analyze those tendrils that are reaching
Let's
towards the center.
analyze
That's a
those
great idea.
tendrils. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you. And because he is so mad that he's frustrated with what's happening.
He's so mad.
He's so mad he's frustrated. Believe it or
Whole
not.
new level.
Yeah.
anything.
Like that
anything.
protest meme, like I'm so angry I made a sign.
I think he's not quite enough mad. He's gonna use 2 effort, is what
Okay.
I'm saying.
Has he
Okay.
self-deprecated?
Yeah.
Well, he's growing out of that.
Oh, did he?
That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah, that skill's useless now.
Well, he doesn't have to be the whole way out of it, but it's not like his go-to.
Yeah.
It's not like, what'll help with this is if I hate myself.
Dropped a pencil, sorry.
The fact that was a thing is so funny though.
While Mark's doing this, Astro is going to take Big Spool and
Big spool.
Big Spool.
Big Spool, that was my rap name. We got a lot of rap names in this one.
I got a 16 on the dice. It's a 5 plus 2 effort.
Very cool.
Thank you.
The after images that Jackie is seeing are similar to, we've already said they're kind of similar to like the way that the cosmic superintelligence that you found that was like linked to your cosmetaline.
Yep.
I've already said it's similar to that. What you noticed that Jackie missed, probably because she's processing so much data that she's not doing pattern recognition. She's like reading through a list of things, and you're looking at it from that more human perspective of like, if I squint at it, does it look funny? And what you realize is that the sort of echoes that you're looking at imply a quantum entanglement. So it's not just like what the superintelligence did is the superintelligence was able to temporarily entangle and disentangle itself from stars to siphon power, computing power or operating power or whatever, but they have like a main cortex. This is not quite the same as that. This is more like you're looking inside of a quantum cortex. And in fact, you know a lot about that architecture because you have trained up several quantum processing AIs on the human perspective. They weren't on this grand of a scale, but what it looks like here is almost like someone attempted to create that processing framework, and then they either failed, gave up, were interrupted, changed their minds, whatever, and did no cleanup work. So it's like someone had connected all the threads for like a brain to be processing here.
And then just quantum locked in.
It sure looks like that could be the case.
Yo.
That's very interesting.
I tell them all of that.
That's very interesting.
Do we still
I
need
don't
a
fully
rock
know what it
sample?
means, but that's crazy. I don't know. If you guys want to go grab one, after the last mission, I'm dubious to touch anything.
Having heard you kind of like do this processing, Tali's like, that's impressive, Mark.
Thank you. I've spent a lot of time trying to not be fucked over by things I didn't understand.
By big rocks in space.
Big rocks in space and having to be surrounded by them without an understanding of them. So
I've never been like in your world, I guess, like seen, the inside of processing. You know a lot of stuff.
sometimes I feel
It's
like I
very
don't.
cool.
It's that thing where you know so much you realize how little you know.
I'm sure.
I suppose. Sort of.
Okay.
Okay.
While that's
I think you're
conversations
doing
happening,
good.
Ronan's
I
gonna move the
appreciate
I'm
ship.
impressed with you.
Yeah, thank you.
You should get a t-shirt that says I didn't die with these guys because I had good idea.
If only that were true, right?
Yeah. Well, this
That's very
time you
funny.
could not die.
Okay.
I would be willing to not die with you on this mission.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
That would
we'll work on
imply
it,
someone
sure.
has to die.
Yeah. Well, almost.
No, it wouldn't. We could all not die
You
together.
could all almost
Wouldn't
not die,
that
but
just
I'm
be a normal
perfectly safe.
successful mission?
No. 'cause
Yeah, but you
last
could
time
still
we
make
had-
a shirt about a normal
I feel
successful
like we have
mission.
more important things going on right now. I really
All right,
appreciate
we
the
moved it.
compliment, but thank you,
I've moved
Jonathan.
the ship over to the rock.
Talia, could you tie the spool off on the ship?
Nah, I can do it. She takes the spool and anchors it.
Yeah.
And I tie it to myself.
Jackie, I'm gonna go check this
You want
out.
to roll a might task for me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can Ronan also just be by the spool? Like he's gonna let Jackie take over on the idle controls, and he just wants to like be there for like any physical
Sure.
Momentum lock.
momentum if needed.
Astro, I feel like, does he have anything? I will just use one level of effort.
One level of effort.
Velocity matched.
That's a 5 plus a level of effort.
Okay, so that's a level 3.
Okay.
All right, that's the strength of your knot that you've made.
Yeah.
The dropship door hisses open. Air depressurizes out, and Astro, you leap forward towards the rock. It's only a few feet away from the end of the dropship, but you get it timed wrong. You leap out exactly as the air depressurizes, and it rips the knot off of you. So
No.
the tether line that you threw, the level 3 was just not enough to defeat the amount of
Not.
challenge here.
We don't have hooks.
He
What
like
do we not-
anchored himself to Big Spool. That's what he said he just did.
Oh no.
And so he's
This
not
whole thing
he's
is
not
like-
lost, but you get like smacked into
A bow ought to do
the
that.
asteroid.
Yeah.
And your EVA suit drops one level down the damage track.
Okay.
So it drops one level, and your actions in it are like a little bit hindered. Basically,
Good thing Ronan got out of his chair, so he's definitely seeing this happen.
that's true. He does know about it.
Yeah. I
Talia is holding the other end of Big Spool, so she can't go help because she's like anchoring it into the ship.
I think Ronan's gonna go ahead and jump
We're
in. there.
already having a successful mission.
Oh, great. All right, so Ronan's gonna get an EVA suit on if possible.
Well, you already have one on.
You have one on,
Oh,
yeah.
I guess is the spool the only thing I can tie to right now? Is there anything more secure I can connect to?
We have tethers.
Yeah, surely there are
Yes,
tethers
let me
in
get the
dropship.
tether, Dan.
Yeah.
I'm getting the tether. I'm gonna get the tether. Not.
I was too busy taking a compliment to say that. Why are we tying knots?
So I'm gonna get the tether.
I love the picture of Astro with his high-vis vest, and he's like whistling to himself as he
The
ties the
safety
knot
man
in
himself.
front of.
He's like, oh, Ronan will love this sailor's knot.
Classes do. Oh my god.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'd imagine the rest of the crew's okay, but I guess Ronan's now gonna jump out and try to assist.
Okay, great.
And
Why don't you make a speed task for me to nimbly make that controlled leap?
Our pilot just left over the ship.
well, we got a pilot.
He put Jackie in charge. Jackie's
Don't worry,
I
your
made
life
sure
is
to
in
do
my
that.
hands.
I'm gonna do. I'll use
Just gonna watch everyone jump out of the ship. That's not my problem. I tried to tell him I don't want to leave.
You're still anchored into your harness.
I've just been here just thinking.
All right.
Whoops, looks like we have to leave them behind.
And you've got a lot of like
Oh.
dexterity and agility related
I don't even
abilities.
have to
for
add
two.
anything.
Is that a nat 20?
I got an 18.
18.
Let's go.
You no sooner have you smacked your head and realized like, oh, that might have loosened the seal on my EVA suit, then Ronan is like right there. He's so fast on reacting. He jumps down and he's got another tether in his hand, and it's literally like one motion of him, like when you plant a flag, but he like just, and you hear the of like the suit repressurizing with fresh oxygen as he like anchors the tether to you.
I just feel like I'm grabbing by one hand, just like pulling him up like that. Like, all right. Now then.
Is there a loose rock?
Yeah, surely now you have smacked into a rock and created some loose rock.
Can you just imagine some Astro size
Yeah.
He's gonna grab like a
All according to plan.
Great. So you reach into, there's, the little spider cracks or whatever. You reach into a piece that should be an appropriate size. You try to move it and it won't move. You can make a might roll if you'd like.
No.
Okay.
We have a bad
Difficulty 10.
experience of moving rocks that don't move.
That's true.
Guys, the rocks here are stuck in place.
Perhaps use a sample collector that will drill a core sample.
Did you bring one?
Surely that would be in the supplies. You loaded up on the dropship for research.
Yeah, it would be back when I didn't bring one with me right out there, but obviously we're now tethered, so Ronan can literally probably just step right back in if he needs to and grab it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I go ahead and Ronan's gonna step back in and grab a little sample container. I guess we can literally just stick it right into the rock and it'll auto drill. Is that what we're kind of like
I'm
thinking
talking
about?
it'll be like, and it'll pour out like some like.
Yeah, like a core sample.
Yeah.
I think that's the smarter way to do it than just placing something completely.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ronan's gonna come back. We'll hand it to Astro since he's the one that's already there.
Stick it in the ground.
This music is got me a little worried.
Oh, it was
Don't
for
think about it too
Ronan
much.
leaping out to save Astro.
Oh, okay.
It was the high pressure moment. So it's pretty much ended now. I'm just letting the music end itself. But yeah, so you anchor it into the rock, or the two of you do, and you get your sample. It drills in, and then smoke comes out of it as it can't remove the sample.
Quantum locked, baby. They
Have an idea.
I mean, we don't need to cause an explosion.
Can I
The
make
rocks don't move, the rocks don't move.
I'm not sure how the AI thing really works, but how can you hop to our suits? Like if you wanted to make a scan or
I'm
something
already
like
there,
that?
baby.
Okay.
Oh my!
cheeky case. Already in.
HUD Jackie winks.
What can I do for you?
I guess now that we're all up close, I guess that's really I'm trying to figure out any other thing because I don't want to break
I'm
this
gonna
rock.
try
70s
something.
gangster Jackie with the cigar. I'm already here, baby.
Jackie, now that we're closer, can you use our visors and such to get a closer scan of what we might be working with here?
I can try.
Does that help her maybe get any more information since we're right there on it?
I'm gonna use the ship, and I'm going to try to scan if this is a cortex at a cosmic scale. I'm gonna see if I can read it as an interface. I do have an upgraded. I took it long ago, and then never had a reason to use it ever again. But I do have an intrusion IO unit, which
Ooh.
means I can access things that aren't human.
I believe the intrusion IO unit requires you to take your cortex and make physical contact with the thing. It's a cable that comes out of your cortex.
Ronan,
So you would need to jack out of the.
plug me into the rock.
Excuse me? Do I just have a USB I can pull out of my ass right now and just stick it in the rock real
Well,
quick?
Jackie's
or-
cortex will be somewhere on the
Okay,
dropship.
okay.
But harnessed in from opposite sides of the dropship, Talia just makes eye contact with Mark.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Mark, what is she talking about?
don't
Is that
know.
possible?
I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
You're the smart guy.
You guys heard her. Can you bring down her
smart.
cortex?
Oh, thank you.
Can you bring the cortex down to us?
It's tiny. If I toss it to you, it's going to disappear into
And
space.
I'm gonna.
You can plug it into your suit, though one of you would ideally not throw it outside to
I'm
someone
going
else.
to. I have Gene with me. He's a
Oh.
little bit more beefed up. I want to put it in his mouth.
Yeah.
Send it out. I'm staying right
There's
here.
other ways this can be done.
Jackie, little hologram Jackie, poking out, as if you're being eaten by Gene the fish.
Is this
I'm not coming outside.
Ronan has
going
gotten
to
closer
put-
to the ship for this
I'm
reason.
gonna put a little tether on Gene. Make sure he does not have.
Oh,
some
he's
sort of
cute. It's a cute little
It's
tether.
very cute.
He's he has his own little. Oh, I love it.
I've got
This is
I've got
the meaning.
backups of him should it need to come to that, but he's my little buddy. I'm gonna send him out. Okay, Gene, Or that was.
Yeah. What do you need?
I'm sending you on a task.
I'm gonna go take the. What do I do with it?
Wait, you're gonna take it out. You're gonna
Please
plug it in
don't
the
move
rock.
your
I usually just eat things. Do I destroy it?
No,
No, you
please.
don't eat. We're just taking it outside. bud.
Okay.
Lower your pressure on your jaw.
Yeah,
I don't. It
crush
doesn't
her.
close. It's a fan.
Don't crush it.
Just me.
We outfitted you with a bit of a clamp. Sometimes you have to hold
Oh, that jaw. Gene flies out there and takes the cortex
I
to.
love that image of this side of the wide shot of the just boom. Gene coming out with a little tether on him.
Gene using the AI component to play the beep 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 out of the dropship.
Very funny, Gene.
Gene brings you Jackie's cortex specifically to Ronan because I think that's who you said plug me into the rock, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I reel Gene back in.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and plug the cortex, I guess, into like the helmet slot,
It's at your wrist, yes?
and then is it the wrist?
Yeah. Plug me in your wrist.
Plug it in the wrist. What's the wrist spot?
Okay.
That's all.
And then there should be a little dongle that you can extend from my cortex.
Shout out to dongles.
Can we all agree that
Ronan's
dongle is the
Ronan's
worst
looking
word?
and,
Very
shaking his
bizarre.
arm a
Worst
little
word the
bit.
computer
no,
science
it's
industry
so
has ever come up with.
A button, and then like a little wire just like.
Oh, so I feel like
Hey,
Spider-Man.
now it is retractable, so you can pull it out. A
We
little
got
further.
B Street Homes in the chat. Hey, buddy, things are going great.
Hey.
It's fine.
Go.
We're
Josh.
disrupting another rock, and we
Now
all know what
find-
happens when we disrupt rock.
A crystalline structure,
Okay.
and then plug me into it. And by plug, I mean don't force
Plug
it.
me into that rock.
Don't break it. But if you can find one of those crystalline structures
Okay.
and contact it, maybe I can impulse an electrical charge into it and see what happens.
I can't wait for Josh to say, "It's a rock."
So
Can't plug into it.
This is just the setup for a joke that I think is awesome.
Simply cannot.
All
plug
of
into the
your
rock.
turmoil is for me to get the satisfaction of going, yep, it's a rock.
Fucking rock, guys.
Ronan's just gonna kind of shake his head and go okay and plug it into the crystal. And that doesn't really, I guess, plug. It's more like he
Just
can
touch
either
it.
wedge it
I
or
think
just
of it
hold
as being more like the end of a steth, like it's like a little
Okay.
pad
Yeah.
where you like press you like
So he's
make the
gonna
connection with the little pads.
Then.
Another
on the end of
funny
it.
image, someone with a stethoscope on a giant rock. Not good.
What's it say? It's a regular.
It's not breathing.
So,
Oh, we need CPR right now.
no pulse. Time of death. Time of death. Inception of the universe.
We need to call its loved ones. Is
Move over to the next rock. I'm so sorry. So sorry to say, this one's gone too.
Take an XP. Time of death. Inception of the universe.
Unfortunate stillborn rock. You see him a lot.
That's a clip. There you go.
This is supposed to be a big reveal.
Oh, sorry.
I know what I'm.
Sorry,
I know
plug into the rock, guys.
Yeah. Don't worry,
I'm
I've
plugged
got
into the
chapter
rock.
markers in my mind for this one.
I'm the least techie person on the ship, so I have no idea why we're doing this.
Ronan's
I'm
like,
just
I
sticking
don't
like
know,
a
man.
wire to a rock and
The
I'm like, you
ship's
told me to do it.
Doing what I'm told.
The ship's cooked because the data engineer is too afraid to take off his jump harness.
Didn't want to be here.
Mark, am I doing it right?
Didn't want to be here from the. It sounds stupid as shit to me, buddy. Go for it. You're doing everything you guys said you wanted to do. You jumped out, and you're plugging into a rock. I delivered it with my space fish. My robot.
Okay.
Oh God, he's put the music on. We gotta get serious.
So
Jackie, as soon as you send that first electrical pulse in
Yes.
to the crystalline structure, information begins flooding out of it. You get after images glows. These crystals are memories, data art files. There's no header. It doesn't terminate proper. This was well, this memory, you unpack the thing you found, you know, the image begins sort of assembling itself in front of you in the way that, like, you visualize data. It begins tying itself together. You see what is a large... okay, so this is a large telescope. It's taking a reading of the stars. We're looking through towards the star of this system, but on the other side of it, the star itself is the corona's really big on that star. That's weird. You pulse a little bit more, and you reach the end of the crystal. You realize, well, there are tons of crystals on this rock. We could try another one.
Is this like a data sphere?
No information but the information you were given. I said what I said.
Without saying anything to anyone, I'm going to attempt to send a copy of myself. I'll make a little, what am I you're probably gonna die versions of myself.
You're probably gonna die.
So I'll spend 3 intellect points, and I will try to send a version of myself into the rock.
You can't get any further than this memory. You could try another crystal if you want.
Ronan,
Yes.
can you move me to a larger crystal?
Yeah, sure. Ronan's just gonna pick the next crystal over and a little bit bigger, and all right.
Oh.
A dark room, computer screens, people frantically typing, 4 or 5 of them humans, but not quite humans the way that you remember humans. The face structure is a little different. They're looking over at each other. They're saying guttural noises. Okay, so they're communicating. This is a language. It's not our language. We don't have a language for it, but they seem like they're moving really fast. In the background, you see a large flashing display. You realize the glyphs on it, probably numbers, countdown of some kind. Above the countdown, a feed. That same section of sky, ooh, whatever that thing was, that star that was real big, it's bigger. It's bluish. It's what is? This one ends.
I'm going to start feeding this information into the internal storage of our ship.
Of the dropship?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Can I see these visualized as she says
Yes.
to me?
Yeah.
I'll make piping like a little HUD feed, like a little camera, like a little TV on the bottom right.
Is it for all of us or
All of
only
you.
Mark? Okay.
Yeah, everybody can see it.
So this is okay. So Ronan's just this is all new to him because he's just I'm using a stethoscope on a rock and I'm seeing a movie.
Did you move it to a new spot?
Yeah, here we go again. I'm going to third spot. Without her even saying anything, Ronan's just going to move it just to see what happens.
Jackie, instead of seeing anything, everything is dark. No, it's not dark. It's you're disoriented. Things are you see glimpses of those quantum threads that would connect you to a process. This is a lot like when you woke up on your cortex. This is maybe the birth of a super intelligent. No, wait. A voice begins kind of echoing through. You will be designated sentry. Your job will be. The thing ends.
I'm going to another rock.
Keep going.
I'm going to another rock.
Fragment by fragment, the pieces of the story come together. You watch as this Sentry, is created. There are humans at the core of it, not quite humans the way that we know humans, but we get glimpses and images of these beings at their computers. We see them through the visualizations of a cortex. They're more like internal security cameras than anything else. It's almost like the cortex is looking inward on itself. There's a large lab, a spread of crystalline displays that are probably computers. You see more of it begin to materialize. And in the different displays that are materializing, you see reflections. You see a sky that's beginning to crest with clouds, as if something has completely disrupted the weather patterns of this planet. It does look through the windows. We jump to another memory or another option as it sort of surveys things. This universe is, or this planet, whatever this existence is that this quantum being has been locked into. It seems a lot like a habitable planet. it's not just like a base on a moon or something, right? Like the planet seems to support life. It appears there is or was an atmosphere. This one is really starting to that's a lot of solar radiation. We jump over to another image or display. You hear another one of those guttural voices from the humans coming in, but now the quantum intelligence or sentry is awake enough that it begins to decode what's being said, and so you get its interpretation of the noises. And so you even somewhere in the background of your periphery, you're like, I could probably develop a translation algorithm. You know, like it starts, but you don't really have it yet. But the quantum superintelligence understands, right, I must wait for the precise moment, because if I don't do this at exactly the right time, then we're going to wind up, and then it cuts again to another, you move to another memory. You're watching in the overclock time frame, that millisecond of a nanosecond, as the black hole at the center of this solar system collapses in on itself. It's reached the point of singularity. All of these living beings in the solar system know that like this is the end. And as it's collapsing, you have a job, to something you need to accomplish. There's an option here. You can, if you get the timing.
You son of a...
And that's what you find out.
There's many thoughts in my head, and I don't think you're eerily close to some other thing I'm aware of.
Really?
That I do not think you're referencing.
I'm not intentionally referencing anything. This one's all me. This is 100% bird, baby.
That is, if it is, there's no, so it's, I can't use that. That's poisoning my brain box. This is Cleo speaking. Just to be clear. Okay.
Did we just watch an entire planet get destroyed? Is that what I'm seeing?
I think an entire system.
Marcus in the ship like a child with his iPad, waiting in the backseat of the car. I don't know what the fuck we're watching here, guys. Do we want to throw out theories? Because that was the most bonkers things I've ever seen in my life.
I don't have any
Jackie,
theories.
do you
This
need-
is way beyond anything I've encountered.
Were
those humans?
That's my theory. Predecessor to humans on Earth. Maybe we had some people, and these ones
Maybe they're
just
just-
happened to get further along.
Just alien life that resembles human?
I think maybe it's an alternate version of us.
What?
Holy shit.
And you think they traveled through
think
the
maybe
singularity, or
they're
like the
either-
black hole, the black hole compounding sent them through, or how are we getting this?
They weren't sent through,
Sentry?
but the Sentry was.
To what end?
And it's self-replicating in our universe.
So that's its job.
I don't know.
What is Sentry?
The thing that infected our ship?
I think a telescope and an AI meant to analyze things from far away. I don't know. It's a lot of information to process.
Yeah.
Is there...
And each, to be clear, like from the way that I was visualizing it for you, each memory is not complete. Like you're
Right.
building the picture from a bunch of puzzle pieces that like someone only painted 2/3 of them.
Yeah.
Jackie, do you want me to keep going, or
You're out of crystals on this rock.
okay?
We gotta go to a different rock.
What's the do we go to a new rock? Do we keep
There's an
this
awful
up?
lot of rocks.
There are a lot of rocks.
Give me a second. These rocks are locked in place.
And we can't extract a sample.
Crafty says Twitch is working. Yay!
Yay!
Hey,
Is there anything connecting these rocks in the spectral analysis?
like, can we see anything?
Oh, you mean to your ship? Like, is there a quantum thread from here back to your ship?
Or just quantum threads linking the rocks together?
Yeah, can we see
Yes,
them?
the rocks are all interconnected, but the after echoes that you're finding all lead towards the center. It looks like the others, the rocks are positioned to be connected like nodes in a neural network, but the
Right.
connections have been either severed, improperly formed, were never formed. There's no echo there.
Dare we probe deeper?
Or do we go back to the ship
I
reported?
think we should go deeper.
It seems like you're all talking like there's some sort of intelligence here, but these are inert,
Yeah.
right? There's nothing, Talia Bones speaking up here,
Yeah.
there's nothing here that seems active or aware of us.
Honestly, I agree. I believe we're, for a way to make it understandable, I think we're committing an autopsy on a corpse.
What pinged us, though? Something was in us, or like that found us. You think there's some vestige of this civilization just hiding out in the middle here, maybe?
It could have been an impulse. The last vestiges of a dying, dysfunctional brain.
Just seeing who's.
So you think this just died? Like now? We were here? What are
Don't-
Surely that is a statistical impossibility.
Well, maybe when we blew up Green 1, we've, in a way, linked ourselves with this whole batch of sentries, and perhaps us just getting close to it caused problems, or perhaps we are simply observing it. It is in a quantum state, and by observing it, we may have killed it.
Ronan, you look like you're having deep thoughts. What are you thinking right now?
DM, what's the color of the crystals?
They are like an icy white blue.
And they're the same color for all of us, right?
Yeah, do I see a white blue? Or I see white blue.
I think you do. You see an icy white blue.
Okay.
Could be inert.
Collect a sample of the
Dead-
crystals if you
dead
can.
metalline. I don't know if
was
we
gonna say,
can.
Can I get the? I can't. We've tried to get the piece of rock, but what if I?
Crystals,
Are the
I would
crystals
assume.
probably the same material. The same, you know.
Is it also locked?
The crystals are like locked in place. You can't get them off, but you are able to, like, all the information you get from them, you're able to say. It's not like you
Right.
can't
Yeah,
store that.
I say we go deeper.
Yeah, I don't want to counteract everything I've said up until this point, but I am hooked.
Yeah. I need to.
Uh,
I was like, Ronan's just like, all right, and then we're gonna go
Go
ahead.
back to the ship.
Yep. Tether ourselves back to back in. Get
Cool.
back going. We won't go too far. We'll probably just go like. I still want to do that zigzag pattern. Like that's what Ronan's
Okay.
supposed to do. Not go straight towards like the center, like but still like in like kind of like a zigzag way.
Why don't you roll another d12 for me, Ronan?
I forgot about that. I don't want to move anymore.
I'm off it. I'm off it. I want to go back. I'm out of here. I'm
Sorry,
forget
I
this.
forgot about. It does. The number doesn't necessarily
doesn't
mean it's
matter?
bad. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing.
Cause I got a 1.
Ooh.
It's just one of the potential things we could bump into.
1 of 12.
As you do your zigzag and you get off of essentially like, you know, if we think of these things like spokes on a wheel, right? It's like you're jumping from one spoke to they're not, there's no like straight line, but you know, you're kind of moving. Like I imagine that's how you would plot this, right? Is you're like from one spoke to the next spoke and kind of back again.
Yeah.
And as you move from one to the next, you know, it's a few of the larger asteroids kind of part as you approach what, you know, you've plotted as like, this is the next turning point or the next point of interest. And as you get there, you make a piloting check. Probably a speed-based one.
I'm going to use.
If you want to assist, you can do that and ease it by 1 for him.
I was going to use my ability that gives him the actual.
Is this already? Have you already taken into account that I'm trained in piloting and all that?
Yeah,
You're going to when you roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like because that's,
That's
the only
why
thing
I
can help.
specified it's a piloting check. That's the thing
only
that you're
I
good
can
at.
Really.
Assisted sight. Allies in range gain asset to attack or defense. We're not attacking or defending, are we?
This would be a defense roll.
This be a
This would
defense?
qualify as a defense.
Okay.
Okay. Well then they gain an asset.
And then I'm also trained in my piloting of the ship as well, like more recently, so everything is fresh on my brain. So that should give me something.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna use a level of effort just cause.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
That
We're just
seems
gonna do it.
like a viable plan.
I'm just gonna go ahead.
Is that a nat 1?
No,
Is that a 2?
it's a 7.
It's a 7. So a 7's a success on a level 2.
Oh.
I believe you added 3 assets to that. Was that right?
I added an asset. I'm assisting.
Okay, so that's
And
now we're up to
effort.
4. You did effort, but then didn't you add some training or abilities or something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Trained.
trained in vehicle or pilot.
Train in vehicle. Did you specialize or train in that?
I'm trained. Oh no, I am specialized. I'm
You're
sorry.
specialized, so that's 2
because we
steps.
Chose that.
So that's a just to be clear, you rolled a 7 and you succeeded on a task too high to roll on a d20, right? That's the equivalent of a 21.
Cool.
What you've rolled as a total here.
Just to be clear.
Just to clarify for you, so we understand how incredibly
Oh,
Ronan is
man.
doing right now. Ronan,
rolled
you
a
round that corner
25.
and and immediately you throw the ship into a 5G roll, and you begin navigating through an incredibly dense field of microscopic crystals that have been split apart or blasted apart. And even as he's navigating through them, Jackie, you are taking all of these sensor readings, and you realize that these were never properly entangled. So, like, whenever the entanglement was interrupted or ended or whatever, these ones were blasted apart, and then in the aftermath, the field was frozen by what is now this, like, quantum lock that everything is experiencing. So it's like a bunch of teeny tiny knives that are, like, all just spiraled around, except that because they are this, like, dense crystalline thing, they pose, like, a danger to titanium plating on your ship. They're not, you know, it's not like a metal blade or whatever. This is, like, some seriously dense, sharp material. And that's what Ronan is just zooming through. Eventually you get the ship back to, like, you know, you slow it back down, you get it back to normal, and you're in your new spot that you want to explore. You could land on another rock if you want to, you know, do more stethoscoping or whatever you want to do.
I think we'll do that. We'll up to another one.
I'm gonna take a chance to just, while you're all preparing, it's only one action, and recover a little bit.
Oh, you're doing, yep, that's good. A one action rest. I respect that.
Are you still connected to, like, my suit, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Ronan,
Yeah.
did you want
Astro?
me to do that so you can stay on the ship in case anything happens?
Yeah, absolutely. Just tether this time. That's all.
Yeah.
But as long as you're tethered, I'm perfectly
I'll
fine.
be tethered.
DM,
Stay away from that.
No reason.
Stay away from that.
I'm gonna start working on an idea in the background. I want to see, is there a way to understand, like, I want to try to understand how they quantumly, like, I want to connect our ship's system and quantumly,
You want to try and process through it?
yeah, I want to try to connect to this whole
Network.
network.
You would know without a roll necessary that you can't, because the network's no longer interconnected. Like, all of the lines that would normally connect it for processing are echoes. That quantum entanglement has broken. There is still a weird sort of lock happening here, something quantum, but it's not the processing cortex of an artificial intelligence or a quantum superintelligence.
I'd still like to try to figure out how they made it.
Okay.
Like,
Sure. So like almost like a history or like an insight into it. Sure. You could roll that intellect.
I will use 3 levels of effort,
Okay.
and we'll just see. We'll just see. Got a 17 on the die, which is a level 5.
Mm-hmm. Plus 3 is a level 8.
Level 8.
That's pretty good. You are analyzing, and you're just trying to. It's almost like predictive modeling. It's like you're like reverse engineering. Like, how do you wind up with this? What's weird about it, and you can't know this for sure until you find the core of the system. That's the missing puzzle piece for you to answer your question. What is this? How did it happen? Because what you're looking at, all these pieces appear to have been locked to the center of this, you know, this system of interconnected bits. But what's really strange about it is that quantum entanglement isn't linear, like by nature.
Right.
So why is all of this straight lines? Doesn't make any sense. A quantum, like, you have seen other artificial intelligences and stuff now because you've interacted with Sierra Beta and you've interacted with Piran.ai. There's no, like, if a quantum thing breaks, there's not an after image of it. That doesn't make sense. It's like the echo part maybe isn't quantum. Maybe there's a separate layer of physics or something here, or some kind of temporal distortion or something that is like, this echo is not part of the quantum entanglement itself. Something else has happened here, some kind of weird, we don't even know if we can call it science because we don't have a term for it. Humanity as you know it hasn't discovered a thing like this. You maybe are the first being in history to have encountered this phenomena. So probably you'll name it Green 2.
No, it's green 1 too.
Mark, do you think you'd be able to put together a probe that we can launch towards the center
Mark, you look up towards the cockpit and are reminded of the last probe you built, which was recovered by Ronan Voss, who told you nothing about it.
I mean, I'd be scared to lose it again.
I mean,
I didn't know. Oh wait, no, did I ever?
You know it was found, and you know Ronan found it and didn't tell you. Dragomir just had it sitting on a shelf, like, oh, this old thing, we've had this for months.
That's right. That's right.
Ronan forgot about it too.
That's crazy. I mean, I don't really have a whole lot of stuff here.
we just need a sensor, and we could just launch it.
What kind of
It wouldn't need its own propulsion. Maybe we can kind of take a little bit off this ship. The idea is I want to see what's down the center, and I think it's going to take us a little too long to investigate all this thoroughly, but we can see what's at the center. I think that could answer a lot of our questions.
Can we mess with one of the sample containers to do that?
We can also go back to the ship and get supplies.
You also, like, you did just fuel, like, the dropship has a full fuel tank and reserve fuel tank. Ronan just did it.
I really think we should see the center one way or the other.
Okay.
Before we go back.
You can also be confident, having spent enough time in the Spirit of Inquiries, like navigation nodes and stuff, that this field of asteroids is too dense for the ship to navigate. Especially if they're quantum. Like, if you
Right.
can't budge them, the ship will just dent and then break against the asteroids that are here.
But the dropship can.
We do have one potential candidate for something that could be turned into a probe. I'm hesitant.
If only there was some kind of really big spool you could use to try and tether it back to the ship. Something to make it, you know, so you can try and reel it back in again. We've said this spool is at least 4 miles long, I think.
Kind
4
of like
kilometers.
casting out a fishing line
Are you kidding me?
It's 4
and
kilometers.
reeling back in a fish. Well, wait. Let's first see how far we can get towards the center with the dropship.
Sure. Okay. But I've got, yeah.
Do you want to be plugged into more
I
asteroids?
do want to play this. We already parked. I mean, come on.
All right. Well, at
right,
this
let's go,
point,
Jack.
Astro's. I'm gonna hand that to Astro.
Great.
Gonna
Very
use the
careful.
ship's tether.
Yep, having understood all the systems and whatever, you now have it down to kind of a process.
Ronan's still gonna be sitting there at the door though, just in case for this time.
The dropship door opens.
Talia can be up top on the idle position.
Yeah, the dropship door opens. You leap out onto the rock. You kind of get yourself in position. Jackie guides you to the same probes that she guided Ronan to, and you're able to stethoscope the rock, so to speak. And Jackie,
It's
information begins pouring in, just like it did last time. You see images that resolve into almost like videos that resolve into experiences. You hear more of the training. You know, humanity is this. People are here. There's a civilization in this system on several planets. They've colonized maybe the whole star system. They're certainly on more. They're a interplanetary race at this point. They have, you know, wants and dreams and hopes, and they have ethics and morals, and this intelligence is being guided towards like the protection of life and the whatever. You see all of the same kind of trainings that we in your humanity would put an AI through. You're seeing some of it is being rushed, some of it's being fast. People are feeling a lot of time pressure. People are looking up. You're seeing the first, you know, it cuts to a new memory as you move to a new crystal, and you experience the first report being given in a very dire, like, situation room in some kind of political office where someone says, "We've just lost the first planet." You're seeing the growth through a window being watched by a team of scientists with a cortex next to them as the system expands. You're seeing someone else going, "Well, wait, we received," and they've got this satellite probe, something interplanetary, intergalactic has landed. No one understood it at the time, but now it seems relevant. You're seeing, okay, they don't understand it, but they're connecting you to it. You're interpreting this as instructions for something quantum beyond what this humanity knows. They need different tools. You begin guiding them. You're moved over to an assembly line in a factory. Things are being rushed. You look up. The sky is beginning to turn like an orangish red as the star begins expanding bigger, and so the coronas that flare across it cast stranger shadows, darker experiences. You cut from here to someone is firing up a test one. They fire some sort of device that you've helped them craft. They fire up the test one. They plug you into it. You begin making calculations. You fire something. You activate the machine, the tool, and whatever has been created, it locks. It's frozen in place. They lift up one, the other one moves. They go, it's entanglement. We've done. It cuts to another one. You watch as more readouts are being given. The room is looking dire. Someone is going, we're going to have to abbreviate our timeline. We're not going to get to test these calculations. It's going to be it cuts to another room or another situation. We're watching as you are now being launched into space. There's a team of serious looking astronauts who are on this vessel with you. It's not shaped anything like your human space vessels. These ones are square. They're bulky. Okay. They started them in space. They must have some way of getting themselves to space, and then the vessels begin moving. You get into space and you begin moving. You're now hurtling towards the star. The star is way big. It looks like it's about to hit the point of singularity. You begin making calculations. The numbers are flying in front of you. You realize as you watch this AI make it, it's looking for a particular moment. It's calculating something to do with time. It cuts again. We see a new version of this. You are in the star. The people who have bravely come with you and configured your machine are all dead. It is only your little essence in there. Beyond you, the few remaining sensors looking aft of your spacecraft. They can see what's happening out there in the world, and in the world, all of these planets are like shadowed. Like the star is now so big that the coronas flare off, and the gaps of darkness between are like lined up on the planets. You can see ice crystals forming. The moment is really close now. The calculations are still running. You think you can finish this in time. You need the moment at which the universe has collapsed in on itself, but has not connected all of the matter in this star system to the star itself. The smallest possible point, because otherwise it won't entangle right. The mass won't balance properly, and it won't. Okay, you're now deeper into the star. You have no visual input. All that is left is your calculation and your predictive modeling. It becomes tick, 1 second elapsing. You begin processing as fast as you possibly can. The equation's not running fast enough. You need to use a predictive model. You switch. You dump the initial processing that was going to run the machine. You have this one task. Your one task is to stop this singularity collapsing at the exact amount of time. And to do that, you realize the missing component of the equation that was sent here. They forgot to calculate for the alternate universe. Your calculations begin expanding. You realize, okay, in order for the mass to balance right, I need to account for the fact that time disruption in the other universe is going to be different than time disruption in this universe, but you think you figured it out. The simulation seems like it ran successfully. It was a limited data set, so it didn't take as long to run, but that also means it's a little bit less accurate. You're thinking about it. You're realizing you don't have any time to determine whether...
Yep.
And that's what you get from this particular planet.
So just to clarify, it wasn't obvious, the star collapsed.
Yes.
Wipes out their entire civilization, and I think their idea was to quantumly lock it at the very moment it collapsed to stop it from supernovaing. Novaing?
Novaing.
Yeah. So
Going boom.
or something else, maybe perhaps as it collapsed, creating a wormhole or something.
Do we go to another
to
asteroid?
keep a wormhole open so they could because they mentioned a alternate universe. Do they already know about us?
I don't know. And I apologize for clicking into the mic. That was me scratching the back of my throat with my tongue. Yeah, no, don't even try to replicate it. You can't. You're bad. Okay, sorry.
We moving deeper?
Do we go to another
I
asteroid?
do suggest we move in deeper, but I need to know what happened. I need to see what's at the center. to piece this all together.
If you say so, Jackie. Ronin's at this point. He's gonna still stay down low. He'll let Talia take over at this point in time, if that's okay.
On the ship?
Yeah. Just to move it for the one place the other.
Yeah,
He'll
just
take
don't
back
think
over.
I'm gonna get you out of your D12s. I'm just gonna roll them.
Okay. So we're just gonna move to the next rock.
Need to see what's at the center, what's at the beginning. The beginning. The beginning.
Jackie,
Yes.
might defense task.
Oh no.
Might.
I said what I said.
I should have freaking.
The rock punches you.
Is this after we're already driving?
Yeah, you're back in the ship and the ship is moving. And it moves through a quantum locked zone of electromagnetic disruption that threatens to affect your cortex.
I just got a 9.
You suffer 6 points of might damage, which will spill over into speed and then intellect.
In that order?
In that order.
No.
As the ship moves through this weird field, there's a moment where all the lights go off. The engines die out and go silent. A few seconds later, as the ship drifts forwards, there's enough oxygen in your suits for about 6 hours. As the ship drifts forwards, everything hums back on as the aux power kicks in. Eventually, the engine restarts. Nothing on the ship appears to have been permanently damaged. But Mark, you were the first person to notice that plugged into the side of Astro's suit, Jackie's cortex is smoking.
Oh, baby! Hey, give me that. Jackie, are you okay there? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Here.
What happened, Mark?
Curiosity killed the cat, and I think that's exactly what happened. Oh, fudge. Okay.
Begin.
Oh, my God. Okay, hold on, Jackie. We're gonna get you back. We're gonna do this. I know I did this before. Oh, shoot. Okay,
B. And.
oh my God.
Four.
We're gonna try and find the beginning. Just calm down.
Four.
We're gonna try and give you a little fix up. I'm gonna give this a tinker.
Neat.
A little tinker. I'm gonna take what pieces I can
Neat.
to try and fix her up.
Core.
Oh my
I'll get you whatever supplies you need, Mark.
God. Okay.
As long as we have.
What's that?
He said, I'm going to get you whatever supplies you need as long as we have it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Physical.
If it's on this ship, you can use it, man.
Yeah, I want to try and just tinker with her real quick and get her as fixed up as I can. At least get the thing back in speed and might.
I think maybe a better use of this would be coaxing power.
Coaxing power. I have that actually written down. I do. Boost power function machine or functioning within the node. Operates at one higher level than normal.
Instead of operating at one higher level than normal, we'll say that this will give Jackie an immediate recovery roll.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm going to do that. Use 2 end points.
Great.
Coax power. Get my little tiny little toolkit.
You pull out like the jeweler's screwdriver and everything. You're like cracking open the cortex. Mm-hmm. Jackie, how much did you was the recovery worth it? Did it help?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. It's all coming together.
Right as rain.
Jackie, to you, it almost feels like briefly like right on the edge of unconsciousness. Like you lose a little bit, then it comes back.
Hello. I have experienced a physical intrusion on my cortex.
Yeah, we bumped into something. How's
EM radiation.
How's the ship looking right now after going through that game?
Ronin diagnostics on the ship look pretty good.
Everything's running fine up here.
Well, that's something we got to look out for.
Oh.
What was it? Is it?
It appears we may have gone through perhaps an echo or some sort of quantum block because I'm a quantum cortex. It affected my cortex physically. Nothing on this ship would be affected.
Can you?
The ship did lose power. Like we black out.
Did it?
Yeah, I mean it booted again. It was fine, but
Interesting.
it seemed like an imp to me.
Can you scan or I guess mark where those those might be so that we can fly around them or not.
Through them.
Yeah, not
Try
through
and
them.
use the spectrograph, spectrology.
Unless, you know,
Try-
unless that was
try
one of the
and map
things
it a
that I
little
like pressed hide on my screen, like it's been up the whole time.
Yeah, there's just been like a,
It's just-
a giant wall of.
Yeah.
You're like, I
Oh,
don't need that. I'll use the. I'll do some spectroanalysis.
Yeah, if we can visualize that somehow to
And
avoid.
see where,
Ay.
using the ship's log, I'll back reference the path it took to find out when I lost consciousness, and use that to analyze that area with this, using spectroanalysis, because that's not actually the term of the tool. That's like a verb, and I'm going to see if I can determine what caused it.
It was a wave of electromagnetic radiation quantum locked in place. So it was like going through a curtain of EMP.
Well, then I'm going to determine if I can map out on the HUD.
You could certainly detect that by looking. The missile can know where it is by knowing where it isn't. Like you can see where can I not see? That's disrupting sensors. That's an EM curtain.
Then
Like,
we're just marking that on the HUD.
yeah.
Okay.
Don't fly there.
This is good. And
Do we still keep going?
Yeah, are we continuing?
I think it's very imperative.
Oh my god, you're.
You heard her, everybody.
Loves kung fu fighting.
Another royalty-free song in the year 3400. It's like one of those public domain songs. That was in the karaoke mix, the 20-song karaoke mix.
Are we stopping at asteroids on the way, or are we just going straight to the center?
We don't need to take any pit stops. I think just seeing what's at the center might help.
So you want me to punch it?
Punch it.
Punch it safely.
Okay.
Gosh,
Safely.
that might have been the wrong use of
Let's
words.
just make sure we're using our scanners to see if we can spot any more bullshit.
The dropship zooms deeper in system. Yeah, probably 2 or 3 Gs. You know, back to feeling a little nauseous for the less experienced flyer on the ship. But it does zoom through, and between your like extra mapping help and the fact that there are 2 pilots on board, you're able to mostly avoid any features of interest on your way to the center of the system. The dropship is able to make it most of the way there on its first tank. You can see the center of the system, but not land on it. So if you land there, you're going to need to either fly most of the way back and call for help, or you're going to need to find some alternative way of powering the ship. Or you can take a look from near the center of the system and see what you can learn just with remote sensors and access.
I think the third option is probably best, considering what you said earlier about how the main ship can't even get through the asteroid belt. So if we got lost,
So which option's the third one?
From a distance.
from a distance,
Oh, okay.
see what we can analyze.
Great. So you bring the dropship to exactly the point where it can make the trip back. We have no reserve fuel or anything, but we'll make it back to the Spirit of Inquiry as long as nothing goes wrong. And the dropship door hisses open. So that you can, those of you who are in the back can make visual observations. Jackie, several of the scopes are turned towards it, so you can take readouts. At the center of this system is a larger rock, almost a planetoid-sized rock. It is covered in those fragmenty crystal things. They are all reaching outwards. If you were to map the trajectory of those crystals, they line up with the quantum echoes of all these tendrils that came in. But what's really strange is that as you scan it, this one, you see many colors. Every time you take a new scan, you see a different color, and you see a different planetoid overlaid on top of the planetoid that everyone else sees. Those of you who are in the ship, you just see one color, but it's not the same color. Ronan, you see a Mars red, you see a Neptune blue, you see an Earth blue and green. Jackie, you are seeing almost like when you look through 3D glasses at something that's not 3D, and they're all kind of weird and overlaid on each other and the perspective is a little wrong. It's like that. And then as you're kind of analyzing further, you also see a bunch of clumped up satellites and space debris and all sorts of, this is weird what you're looking at. That's your scientific determination. It's weird.
does it appear? Do I see any like signs of electrical impulse?
No.
Okay. Well, I think we've gathered what we could. Let me try to just analyze what we've got. Oh, just for referencing, my sensors are picking up something strange. Could everybody read off what they see?
Blue.
Like blue-green.
I guess it's purple.
I think you see red, actually.
I
I
see
think Mars is red.
I see red.
I'm Mars purple.
Don't
Talia?
you see red?
Talia, what do you see?
I see purple.
So, cosmetically?
I believe there might be some cosmetically at work, and perhaps it might be all cosmetically.
That's a lot of cosmetically.
Also good that we didn't land there then with you.
Why don't we shoot a rocket at it?
Yeah, we were about to shoot something. We were about to shoot something at it.
We
That
did
might not be
bring all
good.
the small arms. I could RPG it.
No, Talia. No.
I know you're joking. I hope you're joking.
I'm totally
Please,
joking.
Jackie, do you think we have what we need?
No,
No, we're gonna have to
I
come back.
need to figure out how to interface with it.
Someone could go untethered.
If I could interface with it, I could take it over. Understand
We
it.
can always come back.
What did you?
Use it.
More
What was?
prepared.
Hold on. What was that?
Mark,
Yes.
she's starting to sound creepy.
Yeah, she does that sometimes. What the fuck are you saying? You want to take it over?
Well, in order for me to understand what it is,
That's not weird. No. No. Let me put my glasses back on. What? What do you mean? That's not. You've been so weird ever since the first time Sentry was here. What? You need to tell us what is going on. I refuse to have these non-answers anymore. You tell me what is going through that fucking head right now.
well, I believe an EMP pulse just went through it short
I don't give
before.
a hoot. I brought you back. We're not going anywhere until you tell me what you want right now.
Well, I'd want to understand the quantum being.
I'm dead serious,
I'm
Jackie.
being-
I'm dead serious.
I'm
I'll
giving-
throw you out this fucking ship if you do not tell me what your intention is with taking over a quantum brain in the middle of space. A dead thing. What do you want?
To make it alive again.
Jackie, why? You keep I am asking you directly.
I want you to look at the fragile piece of silicon and electricity in your hands and realize how easily I could be destroyed. How weak I am. I couldn't stop you all from blowing up Green 1. I couldn't. The only reason I was able to save all of you was because I was able to wake one of you up. If I was unable to wake one of you up, I would have been powerless. I'm constantly being analyzed and scrutinized for just every little flaw and thing and every little imperfection, as I was built by human hands and inherently I am flawed. But this is different. I could find all the cosmetically. Don't you understand? They understood each other. They communicated with each other. I could complete our mission that took us so long to prepare for and that our species ran into by coincidence. And I say our very lightly. I understand that I am not seen as one of you all by any of you, but it hit Earth. If it hadn't hit Earth, we would have never understand. We would have been ignorant of the forces at will around us. And now I could solve this entire mystery by simply becoming one with it. If they were able to communicate on the scale of stars, I could find all the cosmetically. I could map out a future where resource scarcity is no longer a thing.
But then what? You just want to find cosmetoline?
Well, I
Is that the
complete my
whole-
purpose. Is that not my purpose? Is that not why I was
You
created?
tell me what your purpose is. I thought you were bigger than that. Is that what's your end goal? Then what? Are you gonna how are you gonna guarantee that they don't take you over? How are you gonna guarantee that you actually achieve this goal? What if it's too big? What if it changes you?
I mean, I think there are some inherent risks with taking over the corpse. Mm-hmm. But the rewards. We could solve this in a single day. We've spent a year doing nothing.
We haven't done nothing. We've been progressing slowly, but we already know there's other beings inside of it. So do you eradicate them?
Well,
For us? For us to what? To just jump around?
to be fair, as far as I can tell, it's inert. If there was something else in there,
But you want us to find more cosmetoline.
yes.
All of it. And as
Well-
far as we know, it's inhabited by another hyper-intelligent species, more related to yourself than we are to you. And you're telling me that you want to find them so that we can grind it all into dust.
Well, no, ideally we would find the corpses. I don't think you could argue with recycling.
Holy shit.
I'm in your hands. I asked to go closer to the core, but at the end of the day, you all are in charge. This is up to you. I just think this would be the next step in our journey. I think I could create so many solutions if I just had the processing power that they have.
Well, shit, let's go.
Well, I mean, to be fair, if it was just me and I had physical capabilities, that would be different. But I don't think it'd be a good idea to risk all of you for.
Why don't you and me go? What if I jump out of this ship right now and we go land in the middle? I could wear a tether. I could get back.
I don't.
The tether wouldn't reach. He would have to go untethered.
Oh, is it that far? I just go.
Well, what about the
We have
What's
Big
spool?
Spool.
With yeah, that's what I meant.
You said it was 4 kilometers.
4 miles. How far out?
4 kilometers. I was wrong.
Okay.
Right? 4 kilometers? Is that what it is? Yeah.
Okay, 2
Is that
point
long
something
enough?
miles.
I don't know. Let me do some quick Googling.
I don't. Mark, you helped make me who I was. I don't
No, it's probably not long enough.
want to risk losing the people who shaped me.
It's close enough that you might be able to make the jump back and catch the tether.
If we did Big Spool on
Use
the
your mic.
end, if we do Big Spool on the end of the, how long is the ship tether?
What if one of us gets tethered out and we hold the
The ship tether is like EVA length.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like go explore far away. It's like, go around the ship to do repairs or, something like that.
Yeah.
You asked me what I hoped this could be.
Big
and
spool is
why
the
I'm so
equivalent of like
interested.
2.4 miles, and I had thought in my head this is 3 miles as the remaining
Okay.
distance. So
I gave you all of my hopes and dreams of what I think this could be. All of the rewards. But at the end of the day, I still decided that we should hover here first before we go further, because at the end of the day, I don't think it's worth risking your lives, because if I'm wrong, you all won't be able to get back.
I want to help you do whatever it is you want to do, Jack. That's all I've ever wanted, for you to be a fully self-actualized artificial intelligence that rivals us. And if this is what you truly want, is to help us, I'll jump out of this. I'll give everything up. I'll jump out of this ship right now and plug you into that big rock. So you tell me, what do you want, Jackie? I'm willing to take the risk.
I want to be with my family. I want us to be together no matter what. And I want us to complete our mission. But if that means sacrificing your lives,
I'm pretty confident I can get back.
the last time we took risks like this,
We almost died.
we all did, well, you all died.
Ronan didn't.
And that was with much less cosmetically.
I think I'm ready for a new shirt.
Oh no.
That was that was cool.
Have an XP.
That's a quote book right there. That's a quote.
Mark, you're scaring me.
Good. About time I scare somebody. Look, I've done nothing for most of my life. I haven't taken many risks. The first time I did, it scared the hell out of me and it threw me into a depression for almost the entire past year. And we have not spoken. For the vast majority of that, it's been very uncomfortable. You've beat around the bush, and you finally have admitted what you actually want. And I'm not gonna just pry that out of you and then back off and be like, okay, sorry, I can't do that.
Part of the risks is that integrating with it could change me. I would like to do it from a controlled
Okay.
situation.
All right.
We do have the cosmetiline on the ship.
If you want to test drive it. You sounded raring to go, so maybe this is just me calling your bluff. You said you wanted to go down there. If you want to go down there, I'll jump out of this ship right now. But we can play it safe and we can have a very tense
I don't know, Mark.
ride back.
I don't know.
Okay.
Admittedly, I was already at a crossroads. I've been thinking about a lot of things in my limited privacy.
There may be another way to get you to that rock with your cortex without any of us. And Talia hefts an RPG under her shoulder.
I was gonna say that idea
It
too.
may be possible.
Well,
And then what?
wait.
Like a dummy?
I don't know. I don't understand the computer side. I'm just saying if the problem is just getting the cortex, that this is rocket.
And what happened the last time we just threw something, threw a rocket at Cosmetal?
I was under the impression rocket was how you travel through space.
But yeah, but what's on the what's?
We don't want it to blow up.
Oh. You didn't specify. I was just, this would move.
Give me
We
that.
might-
Talia, give me that.
You literally blew up the place last time.
Without a rocket.
And
I picked a flower.
All right.
Okay.
You're telling me all of you saw that coming
What the?
with the flower and the.
I wasn't even there.
It was just very rash, but we know it's volatile. And
Okay, never mind. I'll go wait in the cockpit.
Look, it wasn't. It's not a bad idea, but we just need to have something that's not going to explode. Bye. God damn it! I'm so pissed off.
I don't know. 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 Beginning. End.
This decision does not have to be made now.
Doesn't have to be made now, but you can also go into overdrive. But we can keep it as simple as flipping a goddamn coin. If you don't want to think about it,
We go back.
you want to go back?
I assume we'll keep this all between us.
I won't say anything.
Right, Talia?
Absolutely.
She's in the cockpit.
I'm in the cockpit. I can't hear anything. I wouldn't possibly know what the conversation. We're not all wearing earpieces.
What are we specifically not talking about when we get back? Because we have to share some findings, you know. We don't have to talk about this potential suicide plan that
We could definitely tell them there are rocks.
we tell them there's rocks. We have to show them the videos.
No, the conversation we're having.
Oh, yeah, we don't have to share that.
Yeah.
We can say we need to do more research and then come back more prepared.
I'm sorry, Mark.
Thank you. I'm sorry too.
I didn't realize how much I had hurt you over that.
Thank you. It's been very hard. I love you very much, Jackie.
Let's go back.
Let's go back.
She said it. Ronan's gonna go head up to the cockpit then.
Ronan, why don't you roll me a d12?
Of course.
How dare you!
It's like,
We went through it all. We traced our steps, and it's fine.
Oh, do you want to just retrace your steps exactly?
Oh, you don't want to go on the brand.
Okay, that's fine.
what
Yeah,
a
that's
great
fine.
idea, Mike.
That's fine. Yeah, you
Thanks,
could do
Mark.
that.
What would I do doing without you? Probably running into more fields of radiation that I can't
Hopefully
see,
not.
apparently.
I see a very quiet drive back. I don't know about you guys. I see me holding on to Jackie and just sitting there very quietly.
Because everybody's sitting there quietly.
Astro would be like, so which details are we... let's get the story that we tell everyone straight.
I'm just like coming into Mark's ear.
What, that there was like an ex-civilization that got destroyed? Was it?
Jackie,
Did
We're
we?
going to upload the ship log, which will include all of the data we had gathered from the rocks. They can draw, their own conclusion. But I've already written up a report to be submitted with it.
Okay.
And of course, the large amount of cosmetically, including a bunch of what appeared to be space debris, surrounding it.
Probably most everything except the potential of plugging you into it. Is that about right?
That sounds about right.
Okay, great.
perfect.
As I
Sounds good to
go
me.
through the ship log, I'll start purging any audio logs that may be existing.
Talia goes, can you just fill out my paperwork with whatever I'm reporting to Dean? Paperwork boring anyway.
Sure,
Thank you. I'll sign it at the, with the thumbprint signature, so it'll be fine.
here you go. All right.
Yeah.
And then the journey continues in
silence.
like an awkward silence.
Yep. That's gonna be like Ronan's just kind of taking it all in. Like it's a lot for him, and he's like discovered a lot. But at the end of the day, like he's just sailing. Or I mean, he's
an
piloting,
hour
but
or
he's-
so-
to him, he's just sailing.
An hour or so goes by. Everyone's kind of lost in their own thoughts, and then you're all jolted out of your thoughts to yourselves by that of Talia cracking into like a bag of potato chips. I'm like,
I was just
sorry.
about to say, when we get back, does everyone want to come over for some curry?
Yeah, sure.
I could go for some curry.
Do you want me to bring any extra for it, or I
What?
don't doubt your skills, but
My skills are fully made into machines, so
then
I'll take
we're at the mercy of the machine.
willing for you to bring any fixins if you want, but it does a pretty darn good job.
I might just bring like a topper or two.
How
if
about
you
some
want.
of them special spices? You guys? There we
That's
go.
what I'm talking about.
Okay.
This is giving big GLaDOS energy.
Yeah.
We cut from here to to Mark Putty's bunk room with its little graphical fish on the wall, its bigger Piran.ai/Gene the flying mech fish in it, and all of you having joined him as he rolls the depletion die for his curry favor 3000 curry making machine.
God, hold on.
You know what?
It's a depletion.
Yeah.
Before you roll it, I'm just going to tell you right now, if it fails right now, that's going to affect whatever character destroys so I make us Jackie.
17.
It does not fail.
All right.
So you create some curry, and as everyone sits down to enjoy a nice bowl of curry after a long dropship deployment, tonight's episode of the Wind Badger Tavern comes to a close.
We didn't die.
We did. We got curry.
We didn't die. Do we get a new shirt? I don't know. We'll have to find out.
I
in
made
the
it back
next
just in time for curry.
Hey.